What if Deadpool came into possession of the Infinity Gauntlet? Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites for you to understand. Then I read it dramatically back to you. All alterations of the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. Now, recently I did a video showing you 15 people that got the Infinity Gauntlet, and a bunch of you said that I forgot Deadpool. And how could I, since I already did this video? Well, I really don't know how you guys could mix me up with Comics Explained, because he's the one that did the video. He has that smooth and silky voice, and I just yell into the mic over and over. But hey, whatever. This is the story that you guys thought I did already. A long time ago, Deadpool took a job that was incredible. He was hired to steal the Cosmic Cube. He really didn't know what he had stolen, and he rushed it to the rooftop where Thanos was waiting for it in his Thanos chopper. He took the cube from Deadpool and declared that he is finally champion of the universe. The only artifact that could possibly challenge the power of the Infinity Gauntlet is this cube, and now he has it. But that's when he senses something odd. The Infinity Gauntlet is on Deadpool's hand. Deadpool explains that when he came to the rooftop, he used the cube to put a fake one onto Thanos' hand and take the gauntlet for himself. Then, as Thanos threw him out of the Thanos chopper, Deadpool blasted the chopper with the gauntlet, destroying it and Thanos. Deadpool then does the next best thing that he could possibly do with it. Creates an event that every hero is forced to go to. Deadpool roasts the Marvel Universe. He puts a tux on himself and he begins to march into his roast, only to be greeted by Howard the Duck. Howard explains that this is actually a roast of Deadpool, which confuses Deadpool. You know, I never watched a roast all the way through. Your parents would disagree. I don't get it. They don't all land. Deadpool then asks, what happened? We couldn't get Marvel's funniest animal? Where's Rocket Raccoon? Hulk's eating him. Now sit down and shut up. First, Wolverine is called in from hell, since he's kind of dead at the time of this comic, and he's wearing a dress. He turns to Wade and he asks him, as a friend, if Mephisto was messing with my tux, you'd tell me, wouldn't you, Wade? But Mephisto jumps in and tells him, oh, shut up. Your tux is fine. Before warping Wolverine back to the afterlife. Next up is Storm, who really doesn't have a joke. She just wants to know why Hitler is at the show. Deadpool explains that everyone he's ever messed with has to be here for this. But don't worry, Hitler's sitting with the bad guys. And that's when Sabretooth chimes in, I'm not really a bad guy anymore. Then Cable goes up and tells Deadpool that he hates him. And then Thor tries to be funny, but that really doesn't work. Finally, Spider-Man himself steps up and he asks how it's fair that Uncle Ben is dead and Deadpool gets to live. He cracks a few failed jokes, and then the horrible jokes continue from Daredevil, Nightcrawler, and eventually Hulk gets up there. Hulk makes a joke about farting and no one laughs, and he warns everyone that he has 10 more minutes of fart jokes lined up. The ghost of Benjamin Franklin cracks a few actual good jokes, and then Shikla, his wife, calls his penis small. But eventually, Deadpool gets on stage. He cracks a few of his own jokes, and then he tells everyone, my life is one big joke, and thanks for laughing along with me. Now let's all laugh, because nothing matters. The whole room begins to burst out into laughter. They're being forced to laugh because of the gauntlet. You would laugh too if any of you knew what I know. Everyone continues to laugh, tears in their eyes as they are beginning to die of laughter. And Deadpool remembers all of the horrible things that have been done to him. Just laugh. What does it matter? Then he tells everyone to freeze. The whole room freezes in place, and he looks at you, the viewer, the reader, the listener. I see you now. Yeah, you. You know what the worst part about being Deadpool is? You. My life isn't any less real than yours, but knowing that I exist solely for your amusement will be an endless source of depression for me. Those people don't understand me, and they never will. I don't want to shatter their fragile, fictitious world. So enjoy your funny books. But just know, not everyone finds them funny. Howard the Duck then walks out. Hey, how are you moving? Deadpool asks him. Kid, I was you long before you came along. Good luck. Glad we can make it work out for you. Then, Deadpool turns to us again. Good night. I hope you enjoyed the show. He warps himself right back into the Thanos chopper before all of this, and he gives the gauntlet back to Thanos, preventing any of this from happening. Then Thanos drops him into the bay down below. Now this is an interesting story, and it's found as the last story in the Death of Deadpool issue. I'll link that down below, and I'll tell you what page it begins on if you want to read it yourself. But there's one thing you need to remember when it comes to Deadpool. He knows that he exists as a comic book character, and that's not always a good thing for him to be aware of. Just look what happened in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Comicstorian and Instagram at Comicstorian, and I'll see you guys next time right here.